Okay, I'm going to record this in under 15 minutes because I have to. And there's no reason why I should have to, but I do have the 15-minute limit cap. But I do want to ramble right now. I've got a lot on my mind because it's not just people on YouTube that I'm hearing the same things from. It's actually people in real life and just, passers-by. So I want to get this off my chest. And then after this 15-minute ramble, I will order some Chinese. So, 101, 101B, and Rational Roundtable had a problem with the Walmart protest. Rational Roundtable had problems with whatever political spot he thinks that I must be from. And I gotta say, I did the political compass thing because I'd seen other YouTubers do it, but Eagle Eye 1975 told me that it's actually set up so that everyone comes out a libertarian and everyone comes out against George Bush. So if anyone has any other political tests that I can take in under 15 minutes, yeah, I'll do that if you want. Live. So, let's see. 101, 101B had a problem with my sign, which said Walmart kills mom and pops, and more correct would be to say that people shopping at Walmart kills mom and pops. It's not Walmart. It's not their intention. They're not in the business of killing mom and pops. They're in the business of making money and providing services that people are choosing. I get that. I think a lot of people are not educated as to the hidden costs of shopping at a big box store, which takes all of the profits that they make and take them out of your community. And we are educating people. And I wasn't on the art team that put together all the signs. I picked up a sign that I felt comfortable with. There was actually a few signs that I was not comfortable with. And that goes to Rational Roundtable and his problems with whatever political leanings I must be showing. Let's see. To begin with, I'll say that there's a problem with the Occupy movement that the Tea Party movement does not have, and that problem is inclusiveness. Although it started with one thing, which was the banks got bailed out and we got sold out. Getting beyond that, people started having disagreements as to what the solutions would be. The most common would be to reinstate the Glass-Steagall Act and get rid of the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act. But then after that, when the protests started spreading, the different interests that happen were a part of that whole slogan, the 99%, and they're a part of the General Assembly for people who feel like they're disenfranchised and they need some place to speak. And people are allowed to speak about anything that they want to, at all, whatever their cause is. And it's supposed to be an all-inclusive movement. That's how it was marketed from the get-go. And that the problem there is that unlike other movements, which kept to the same themes, this movement grew in numbers very quickly, but very quickly it started to lose focus. And now the port shutdown of yesterday, where Colorado Springs protested a Walmart and Denver protested at a Walmart distribution center in Loveland, Colorado, and all those ports got shut down. I understand the problem with companies bringing in foreign goods and wanting to protest right at the point where they're coming in, be it your Walmart or be it the ports. There's something wrong when we can't make things here, and I get that. It's a problem. It needs to be addressed. But it's very, very far away from the original Occupy Wall Street message. You know, it's a completely different cause, but it has been taken up. Locally, in Occupy Colorado Springs, I would say that the movements that are co-opting the Occupy protest would be, number one, peace protesters. And the effective way that they've done it is by showing up. They were protesting before the Occupy movement got there. You know, the city's surrounded by 5 military bases. They were experienced protesters. And the peace protesters, to me, seem to have outlasted everyone else's bickering and stuff. And they are still just hard charging, nose to the grindstone protesting. That would be why in the video of the Walmart protest you saw some green flags on the shopping cart with peace symbols on them. Those belong to Eric. He was a peace protester long before he was an Occupy protester. But the Adbusters flag with all the little corporate slogans in place of in place of stars in the field of blue on the American flag, that's his too. So that's a little bit closer to what the original movement was about, because there's some bank logos on it. There's Visa logo on it and stuff. But let's see, halfway through my limit. So yeah, since I've been there, I've seen the Green Party come and be pissed off because they were protesting before us, and they were there, and they have all these similar ideas, and they're pissed that we didn't join them in the first place. And then the Tea Party showed up. I filmed both of these, by the way. A Tea Party representative shows up and wants us to join the Liberty Movement because they have identified a lot of the same problems. They might have different solutions, but you know, they've been there for so long, and now we're just coming late to the game. So why not join them? And you know, of course, Democrats, labor organizers, MoveOn.org. I've seen various times at our protests. All sorts of interests are wanting to capitalize on the momentum of the Occupy movement. And most of the occupiers are not completely averse to being co-opted. And when given the opportunity to do a slightly different sort of protest that they agree with, they are showing up, such as protesting Walmart, you know, in solidarity with port shutdowns that they could never be a part of because we're in a landlocked state. So, yeah, from both left, right, and independent, I've seen people trying to co-opt the movement, and the protesters, you know, they decide, do we want to do this or do we not? And if they don't show up to whatever it is. Tomorrow, there is a protest being planned right now on Facebook, as I film this, where someone wants to protest one of the senators of Colorado at his Colorado Springs office because he signed the National Defense Authorization Act, because of that little line that says, you know, American citizens can be indefinitely detained. And first, one person announced that it was going to happen. Then some people started saying, hey, wait a second, this senator that you want to protest, he was actually in favor of all of the revisions that Udall proposed to the NDAA, and he's good on all these other things. So why do you want to protest him? I'm out if you're protesting him, you know. And basically the senator was bent over backwards, like a lot of them, because if they didn't sign it, then soldiers don't get paid, and the soldiers will vote them out of office as a large voting bloc. And that's how we lost another one of our liberties. So there's arguments over every single thing that people want to do as part of this movement for protesting, except for standing on a street corner and protesting. Now, doing it illegally, which if you look at the definition of occupation, you're not actually occupying anything unless you're doing something slightly illegal. Even doing a real occupation is something that half the protesters are not for. They want to do things with the city. They want to get permits. You know, they want to completely do it on the legal side. And others would like to completely break the law every day and get arrested and get a criminal record and wear it like a badge of honor, you know. The inclusiveness thing is really hard to deal with. Personally, I try to cover everything and just let the chips fall where they do. And I hold signs that I feel like I support. And even though I'm filming signs that I might not have even really examined the issue because there's so many that pop up. And then I write about it in articles. And I put it up on YouTube in videos. And I put the two together. And I feel like this movement, however well thought out it is history in the making. And that's why I'm there. You know, it's interesting. I'm going to give you one example of how inclusiveness can drive people away because you can't be as inclusive as the movement is set out to be. Here's a post on a Facebook page. Many cyber-insurgent compatriots in the Occupy movement do not believe in the conspiracy theories shared by believers. This video is about the marker set up by the Illuminati Satanic Secret Society. A granite rock physical proof. And then there's a link to the video. This is a nail in the coffin, smoking gun evidence against the Illuminati Satanic Secret Society and the NWO. New World Order plan to kill 90% of the world's population. This is real, not science fiction. So, yeah, I see a lot of that. And I'm completely skeptical of it all. And I think everybody else that's watching this video on my channel is too. But what can you do when a movement is set up to be 99%?